This show is not safe for work. If you're around sensitive ears, this is your only warning, because it's time for the MythWits, the show dedicated to all things geek pop culture, drenched in absurdity and coated with sarcasm. Every week, we bring you news and interviews from the geekiverse. We do our damnedest to be funny, but there are no guarantees. I'm your host, Peter Bryant. Joining me this week is Mike Kafis and Brian Olvera. Our guest host this evening is Jay Libby of Dilly Green Bean Games. And tonight, everybody, we are talking about movies. So this is your warning. There are going to be spoilers aplenty. So make sure that if you haven't seen any of the movies we're about to talk about and you don't want to be spoiled, listen to the show at another time. Without further ado, on take 3... What's that? Brian. So let's get the show started. So I'm out of wits here, Mike, a little bit.
I have a word.
You have a word? Oh, you have a new word. Same word? New word?
Yes, I have a new word for you.
Okay.
Poor mouth.
Poor mouth.
The word for this week is poor mouth.
Okay, is that when you say some shit that... Oh, wait, hold on. What's that got to be? That's got to be poor mouth. Is it something like you're writing checks you can't cash? Is it well, I know what crying poor mouth is. Crying poor mouth is when you're always like, I don't have any money, and you get other motherfuckers to pay for you.
I'm going to say that's kind of a win. Poor mouth is that the only thing that ever comes out of your mouth is how poor you are.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's poor mouth.
Ding, 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 ding.
Really something to make.
Chicken dinner.
I can't wait until next week's words.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
It's like they're almost in the bank. It's like...
We can't use them because you've already heard them.
No, I've heard them.
Oh,
no one else has.
There's tons of words. We'll pick some new ones.
I got words.
All right, everybody. We're talking movies tonight, and we had a little technical difficulty, and I don't want to go super late because we all got bedtimes and such. So, real quick, we have a new format. So we've got, as you can see, there's a new border. There was a logo sting that we have as an intro instead of the intro music that we normally have because it's shorter this way, takes up less time, less shit for people to have to fast forward through when they listen to the podcast. Which brings me to the podcast. So
I'm on a podcast.
We are launching the podcast officially starting next Monday. So after tonight, the live episode will be up. Then next Monday, we're going to release the video for this bit that we're doing. And then Friday, we'll release the video for the game that we're going to play. And then the audio will be stripped out of that and will be released at the same time as a podcast. So our interview or our gaming section, or like our discussion tonight, is going to be in the 30-minute to 45-minute time range. And then our game is in like the 15 to 20-minute time range. So you'll be getting podcasts that are roughly 30 to 45 minutes and then like 15 to 20 minutes. And you get them two days a week. So you have plenty to listen to in shorter bits. The live show itself, the whole thing, well, there'll be a video for that, but there will not be a podcast version for that. Because I just feel like you've already got all the show that you really want in the podcast, as it is. And the live episode, we're going to keep it because we've already recorded it, and some people like to watch the whole thing because then they get to see all the fuck-ups and all the little in-between shit.
Oh, God, that is the best. Hey,
hey, if that's why you watch...
Get YouTube Red. You listen to the audio in your car on YouTube Red.
Right. So that's where we are. Is there anything else, Mike, that I'm missing on the new format or new stuff or new?
I just want to talk about the Star Wars.
All right, we're going to get to the Star Wars. We're saving Star Wars for last. I want to do these in the order they were released, if you guys don't mind, if you're okay with that.
I'm about to release something myself.
All right. Oh. So, Mike, if you could load up image for guest 1.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do that. And then you go ahead and start talking about it, though. Okay.
All right, that's fine. So, Avengers Age of Ultron was the first of the blockbusters we're going to talk about tonight. It was released on the 1st of May, 2015. starred Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Don Cheadle, and some other people. I have all those names, but I'm just not going to read them all right now. We'll as we go, we can talk about it. The movie earned as a domestic box office $459 million. It earned $946 million in the international box office for a worldwide total of $1.4 billion. So you know what? I'm going to start with. I think it's appropriate. We'll start with Brian on what he thought of Age of Ultron. What are your thoughts on the movie?
What do I think about Age of Ultron? It was a great commercial for Phase 3.
Oh, God. Oh, I can already see where this is going. All right. Right?
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Did it meet your expectations, or did it fall short?
I will be very generous just to say it fell short. I know me and some of my friends left that theater pissed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Tiny recap. Ultron is my favorite Marvel villain. The Age of Ultron book is one of my favorite books. When I heard they're doing Age of Ultron, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, because Ultron took over the planet and blah, 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 but let's see where this goes. And I watched it, I'm like, oh, hey, this is kind of cool. Oh, hey, James Spader's Ultron. Oh, okay, there's Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I don't know why they're there. Oh, hey, they're talking about the Infinity Stones. Okay, why did Thor go to a magical cave and take his shirt off? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Crowd pleaser. What? Oh.
And you weren't pleased? Seriously?
And I'm like, and then I just went, oh, movie's over? Because, I guess, Ultron wanted to pick up a city and throw it at the Earth?
Hey.
Because reasons?
Time out. Hey, Mike, I think we're... Oh, there you go. All right, thank you.
Let the man work.
No, work. There was... Never mind. Technical thing.
But, yeah.
Sorry, Brian.
I was not a happy camper with this movie. Okay, all right. So Jay, you want to retort, because I think you liked Age of Ultron, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I hear Joss Whedon's not coming back to Marvel, so I'm quite happy about that. So bye, bitch.
Oh, God damn.
Okay.
I lost faith in Whedon after this movie, so I'm right on the Libby train.
Oh, look at
the Libby train.
It's New Age, all right.
Wait a minute, Libby train, is that like the Jersey Turnpike?
Yes, it's got to be something like that.
Say Jersey Turnpike? I think we did.
Okay. So
anyways.
You didn't care for it either, huh?
Age of Ultron, I think I gave it a B or something in my rating scale. It's a popcorn movie. If you got kids, it's a popcorn movie you watch with your kids, but I've just come to live with the fact that anything coming out of Marvel cinema is not going to be like the comics, and I just have to take it for what it is. It's supposed to be an entertaining film for kids and doesn't require brain power or thought. I like seeing all the heroes together. I didn't like the ending. They're rushing too much into the Infinity stuff, and they're missing out on 40 years of great Marvel storytelling by rushing too fast. All for a villain that never came out in the open for the longest time, didn't face anyone directly. Now all of a sudden it's we're just going to make it the primary villain for everything. So put Thanos back in the closet where he belongs, please.
Oh, wow. So, okay. All right. So one of the things that bothered me most about Age of Ultron, now I liked Age of Ultron. I guess I didn't have the highest expectations, so I wasn't let down probably as hard as you guys were.
Agreed.
I don't think it was the greatest movie. I thought it was a popcorn movie, like you said, but that's kind of what I expected. But I'll tell you what bothered me. The biggest thing, coming out of there, was just kind of this is it just stuck. Some of the things sticks in your craw, and you're just why? They need role players to make movies. Every movie set should have a role player on it who goes, nope, stop, can't do that. His character would have done this. All right, so...
that would be amazing. Hire me, Disney.
So X-Men has Quicksilver running around, right?
Oh, that was awesome. That was so awesome. Come on.
Hey, what? No, let me finish. I'm going somewhere with this. That was awesome. That was fantastic. Quicksilver's running around, and he runs past the cops who have shot guns, right? And he pushes the bullets out of the way so that they don't hurt anybody, right?
Right.
But in Age of Ultron, he runs up and forms a human shield in front of the bullets. Why didn't he just push the bullets out of the way? I'm like, dude, that is such a fucking fail right there. Because see, he did that in the other movie, and I know it's a different property, but you know the
technically
guys,
no.
Well, it is. One was Fox, and one is Marvel. It's a different property who made it, is what I'm saying. Made the movie. One was a Fox movie, one is a Disney movie. But, you could have watched the Fox movie and seen how to do it right. And then... So, I'm just saying that really bothered me. I was just like,
wait. In which movie did he make a human shield? But which movie are you talking about?
Quicksilver's the one that gets killed. Right.
But I thought it was... Oh, in Age of Ultron he did that.
Yeah, he runs in front of the bullets and takes all the bullets, and he goes, I bet you didn't see that coming, and falls over dead, right?
Oh, because it was a different character. Duh.
It's not. It's
a different actor. It was a different actor.
So anyway, that was the biggest thing stuck in my craw. Other than that, I felt like the movie didn't have a whole lot of substance. I just felt like it was fun. It was a lot of CG. There was a lot of shit going on. There was some attempts at substance, like some very weak attempts at substance.
Yeah.
The whole Hawkeye story. I do like the fact
it was weak.
But I do like the fact that they were leading. He did lead you down one road and then didn't do it, which was cool. That was kind of cool. I give him props to that, because you thought that Clint was going to be the one to get killed because they were setting that whole thing up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, all right, yeah, kudos. Okay, I like that. That was a nice little twist. And everybody I've talked to, like everybody thought that too. So I think it was intentional.
Okay.
But other than that, it had very little substance.
My favorite part in the whole movie, and I think this may have made my top 10 list of funniest or just awesome movie moments, is when Ultron got so pissed he cut the guy's arm off, and it was just like, ooh, no, he'll be okay, he'll be all right, or however that scene went. I laughed so fucking hard at that.
That's so Whedon, though. That's such a Whedon line.
I know, but
it's good. That was good.
I am a huge what's his name fan. Oh my god. Of course,
Spader?
James Spader fan. I am a huge James Spader fan. So just even to hear his velvety voice the whole time was nice. But
all right, cool.
all right. Moving on though. What should we do here? I think I can actually load the next doc too, if you really want.
Anybody else want to do any wrap up on that? Anything more on Age of Ultron? I know it's almost a year ago at this point, but
I think we should talk about Mad Max next.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so Mad Max Fury Road. Release date, 15 May 2015. Stars our boy Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. And my new favorite little man crush, Nicholas Hoult. He's pretty sexy. And Immortan Joe, who returns from the original Mad Max, which was fucking cool as shit, by the way.
Which one was he?
He's the bad guy, the big guy with the fucking horse face.
Okay. Right.
Well, he was Toe Cutter in the original Mad Max, and he brought
same
back the same
actor.
actor. Oh, so fucking cool. Good move on that part.
That was good.
I don't know his full name. I know it's Keys Burns, but I forgot his first name.
It's Hugh
Keys
Burns. And then there's like a whole shitload of other people in the movie. I pulled the credits down just because on this one I wanted to list a bunch of these because I don't give a fuck about them. What I care about is the names of the characters. Okay, so they have Zoe Kravitz as Toast the Knowing, Abby Lee as the Dag, Courtney Eaton as Cheeto the Fragile, Nathan Jones, and this was supposed to be Morton's son, I believe, Rictus Erectus.
Yep, the buff guy with the minigun.
Yeah, John Howard as the People Eater. Richard Carter was the Bullet Farmer. Let's see who else was good. There's a couple more in here. Wait a minute.
Bring up the Doof Warrior. Who played the Doof Warrior?
Yeah. Iota. His name is Iota. Little I, capital O, capital T, capital A. I don't know what that means, but is it a band?
couldn't give one iota about.
Is it? Maybe it's Iota. Maybe it's Iota. I mean, okay.
I don't know.
But is it like a band or something? Maybe.
Or stage name?
The stage name? Okay. Anyway, then we had Quentin Keenahan as Corpus Colossus. And then there's the girls, the women rather. Sorry, Melissa Jeffers, Keeper of the Seeds. Hello there. All right. So anyway, Mad Max did domestic of 154 million, international of 220 million, for a grand total of 373 million, which I think is fucking horse shit. Because as far as I'm concerned, this was my favorite movie of the year.
Hey, it made a profit, and they're doing 3 more movies.
Oh
so.
God. It is. It's. I mean, I'm doing a spoiler here for the show, but even considering the rest of the movies we have to talk about, yes, that one too. This was my favorite movie of the year. I fucking loved it.
Wow.
Yep.
Jay,
Jay,
can you talk some sense into Pete?
You know what, Pete? I did not see Mad Max.
Oh, what?
No.
What? Are you a Mad Max fan?
No, not really.
Oh,
I remember I watched Beyond Thunderdome a lot when I was a kid, but
of course
just
you did.
The remake. I
we don't need another hero.
Hey, do not be dissing Tina Turner.
No. Oh, sorry, Ike.
Hey, she was hot back then, so.
She's hot now. Shit.
Your new nickname is Beyond Thunder J. Really?
Nice.
So the one Mad Max movie that you actually really watch is Beyond Thunderdome.
I said I watched it when I was a kid on HBO, man.
Oh my god. That's Master Blaster. Oh my god. So, all right. So you haven't seen it. So all right. So then we're gonna skip you, Brian. You're a big fan with the Fury Road with me, right? You're on board with me on that.
Hold on, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, he's there.
Man.
Yeah,
there we go.
He's there.
Sir.
It blew me away. Not just again. It's where to begin? Okay, the fact that George Miller, at age 70, made such a beautifully the color palette in this movie. It's so basic.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
all the colors were browns and oranges for daytime and then blues and blacks for night. I'm like, oh, God, it's so good. Because, oh, God. The fact that he got one of his favorite cinematographers to come out of retirement to shoot this picture was amazing. And then even the story of how this movie was made and who they got out of retirement and who retired after this movie is enough for me to give it a thumbs up.
This movie was made with love.
Oh God. But I gotta say it was almost my number 1 movie of the year. Almost.
Wow.
By a hair it didn't make it.
Because something else came out right near the end, I'm thinking.
Well, we'll get to that.
Star Wars?
It stayed.
X-nay.
It stayed on my throne, and you know what's funny? You mentioned the blue and the orange. Okay, so that's like a movie maker's theme. You know, they're saying if you look at all movies nowadays, like all the big pretty movies, all the ones with high production values, with there's orange and blue and everything. Like if you look at your X-Men poster behind you, right? It's pretty much all blue and orange, right?
Yep.
And it has to do with the color palette and the way we see colors and how the colors interact with human skin.
Well, it's because orange and blue complement each other.
Well, it's not only that, but that complement, the orange and blue, as opposed to other complements, are good with people. Like I think it's yellow and green's the other one, but you wouldn't want to watch a movie that's primarily yellow and green.
Oh, like a Guillermo del Toro movie?
Yeah. You got a problem with yellow?
Yes, I don't know.
What?
Well, not saying that every movie is blue and orange, but they're getting, a lot of movies are because it's the most
yellow.
It's warm and
yeah, yellow's good.
Stop it. So George Miller was talking. He mentioned that so this came up in conversation. He says, yeah. He's like, I didn't plan that. He's like, where we shot it in the desert, it's blue and orange. That's
Namibia.
It's the color. It's like that. That's the
literally Namibia.
We didn't color it. It's that color. So that was kind of cool. But,
yeah.
But no, the movie was just so unexpected. I mean, I thought it was going to be good only because I'm a Mad Max. I'm a lover of the Max. But god damn, blew me away. Tom Hardy was awesome. Yes, sir.
Real quick, the main thing though, I have to say, the reason I love this movie was it wasn't stressful on your vision and your concentration because all of the movements in the frame from left to right and right to left was perfectly orchestrated to where you can comfortably track everything. Yes. It wasn't crazy, abrupt. Everything had a smooth, fluid motion from one side of the frame to the other. Mm-hmm. That's what I loved about it. It was just something. It was that just the way it was shot and how everything moved in the frame. It was almost like a visual orchestra, which is why I really hope the rumors of a black and white cut are true.
Yeah, I think he said he was going to do that. And you're talking about the orchestra part. Fucking best soundtrack, maybe one of the best soundtracks I have ever listened to.
It's up there.
Soundtrack.
It is up there. I will give you that. It's up there. I mean, it's Junkie XL did a great job.
Yeah, it's hard to pick one. You know, like the Fight Club soundtrack is fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so Mike, you want to get a word in there? What do you think? What do you think of the Mad Max?
It was pretty good.
So, and then
can we talk about the Star Wars now?
Of course, we had all the net boys and girls with all the you had the man. What is it? The MRAs versus the feminists on this one. The feminists loved the Mad Max for obvious reasons because Charlize Theron was kicking ass, which is awesome, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was good.
But then you had you had these MRA dudes and they're bitching and saying, "Oh, she stole the movie," and they just playing up. And it's like, no, see, Mad Max never really talked. Like, if you ever watched the movie,
he's actually our guide to the wasteland.
The movie's really not. It's cool because it's named Mad Max, but it's not really about Max. He's almost the R2-D2 of his own movie, which makes he's like the Boba Fett of his own movie. He doesn't really do a whole lot, and he doesn't say a whole lot. He just stands there and looks pretty and is cool.
Well, yeah, he literally is our guide to this post-apocalyptic wasteland because in a lot of his actions kind of reflect what would happen if we were in that situation. You know, You're trying to survive in this hellish landscape. That's the whole point of Max Rakatansky. He is essentially the audience. He is almost a camera in a way.
Well, not only that, he's crazy. But he's lost his mind.
Yeah.
If you've seen Mad Max, his wife and his kid are fucking run over by a motorcycle gang. And he was like in love with them. He was going to quit the police force because he wanted to spend time with his family. And they're killed by this gang. And he fucking loses his shit. Like, he completely loses his mind. Which is why it's Mad Max. It's not mad as in he's angry Max. He's mad as in he's crazy fucking Max. Mm-hmm. So that was cool. And I like the way they played up the craziness more in this one than they ever did in the other ones.
Yeah, his insanity saved his skin a couple times.
Yes, it did. Mm. Yep. Well, I think he still lost some skin, but it did save his ass. All right, so if we're ready to move on, let's go to Image 3, my good man.
Let's see. I bet you if
the upset of the summer movie draft, Jurassic World. Now, has everybody seen that? Jay, you see Jurassic World? Good. Okay, good. Jurassic World was released 15 May. Wow, same day as...
No, June 12th.
Sorry, I forgot to change the date. My bad. June 12th. All right, so Jurassic World was released June 12th. Domestic box office is $652 million. International box office, $1 billion. For a worldwide box office of $1.7 billion. Completely turned the draft on its head.
If it wasn't for some other movie that just came out, that'd be pretty impressive, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. I mean, that would be something to talk about if it wasn't.
It's not all that much. Anyway.
So this now what's funny is when I went to the credits, I recognized two people. I recognized one person. I mean, I know who the other people are in the movie. I just don't know who the actors are.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Okay, obviously we know.
Yeah, but B.D. Wong, Jurassic Park 1, the Oz series, he was in that.
B.D. Wong.
BD Wong. He was Dr. Wu in Jurassic World. He was in Oz.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I kind of recognize. So I recognize him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on.
Like Bryce Dallas, the Claire character. I don't.
I'll be fair with you. Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? I don't know who she is. This Nick Robinson. Don't know him. Ty Simpkins.
Those are the two kids. They're new They're kind of new.
Yeah. What about the sister of the chick who worked at the park?
Oh, what's her face? She's I just know her from Archer.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she Pam in Archer? No. Okay.
No, right, she's the one that likes. No, she voices the one that likes to get choked out. I forgot her name. I actually met the voice of Pam, but that's for another episode.
Okay. All right. So Jurassic World. It was better than my expectations. I thought it was going to suck. I thought it was going to be like crap. Even though it made a ton of money, I thought it was just going to be like, oh, it's another play on the draft. But I thought it was pretty good. I mean, but it was a Jurassic World movie. I mean, it was a whatever. It fits in line with the series, but I was not highly impressed with anything really.
I'll tell you what. I was so amped up to buy a Mercedes after watching that movie. I don't know why. I finished watching and I was just like, I must get to a Mercedes dealership right now.
And I was hankering for a Coca-Cola at some point too.
Yeah.
So that was like me after the Italian Job. Can I give him Cooper Mini Cooper? I'd really like a Mini Cooper. These little cars are badass. So Jay, what'd you think of Jurassic World?
Well, it'd be nice if it wasn't a repeat of all the other Jurassic Park films. Little kids stuck on the island.
What the fuck else you gonna do, man? Come on.
Like seriously, it's like I'm like watching. It's like I saw this in Jurassic Park and I hated Jurassic Park. It's like okay, in Jurassic Park 2.
Ooh.
Jurassic Park 2 was.
Jurassic Park was the most overmarketed film. It turned me off before it even came out in the theaters.
Hey Pete.
In fact, I think I was in the military at the time too.
Shots fired, Pete.
No, it's not me. That's you, brother. Jurassic Park wasn't my joint.
But as a movie though, I mean, it wasn't a bad film. There were a couple of parts in that that were kind of amp, but my kids liked it, and that's all that matters. So because it's a film for them, not for me.
Fair enough. I liked it.
I think the dinosaur in it was a Mary Sue.
A Mary Sue? What the hell does that mean? I forgot what that means.
No, it's a term that's going around in the feminine. It's a Mary Sue is a character that is super good at everything all the time, never does anything wrong, or even if they do.
That's actually a literary term for writing.
Yeah,
Gary Stu.
Right, it comes from fan fiction. So, like, it actually comes from a Star Trek fan fiction.
Yep.
Someone wrote this character. She was Mary Sue, and she was on the Enterprise. And she was, like, 15, and everything she did was perfect, and everybody fell in love with her, and she won every award, and this whole thing. So it just, when you say somebody's, like, too good, it's like, oh, he never used a sword before, but he picked it up, and he killed everybody in the room. He's a Mary Sue,
Oh, I do remember where that was used very recently.
Yes, exactly. I think the dinosaur in Jurassic World was a Mary Sue, personally. It could turn invisible. It was intelligent. Genetics don't do that.
Okay, so by that definition, then, like, the Predator's a Mary Sue.
No, the Predator comes from a race of beings.
Your Predator, badass. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it doesn't fit the category because they are trained hunters, and in the movie, that's what they're doing, hunting, and they have the technology built just for that. So they're not a Mary Sue. What do you got there? Let me see what that is. Jurassic. Oh, nice. What is that? Is it a coaster? Is it a?
Nope. Steelbook case for the Blu-ray.
Okay. Nice. All right. So, Jurassic World, not high marks, just lots. I'd like to be the guy who made Jurassic World.
My turn.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
So sorry.
So Jurassic World, I enjoyed it because I knew it was going to be essentially a blatant rehash of one. Just looking at the cast and everything, I'm like, okay, it's going to be a rehash. Okay. Here's the kicker. I took my mother to see this movie. My mother never goes to the theater. I've tried. She refused to go see Star Wars. I have begged her. I'm like, please just come with me. She's like, no. But she loved this movie. That really raised an eyebrow. And here's the thing. After watching it on Blu-ray and watching it a couple times, digesting it, because I was like, oh, this is fun. Just, eating popcorn and enjoying it. I listened to the dialogue and turned my writer's brain on and just everything. I'm like, oh my God, this movie knows what it is. It's flaunting about it like a peacock, and it's literally making fun of itself and the people watching it. And I'm like, this is as satirical as it gets in cinema, and I love it.
So it was like a ninja satire.
It was a ninja satire. If it was a real ninja, I would be bleeding in my theater chair right now.
Nice. Some people were.
It was because
J. Libby was.
I didn't think it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I had fun though, and I'm curious to see what they're going to do in the next one.
Okay. All right. And they are making another one, right?
2 more.
2 more. Okay, so that was.
And the same guy. He's not Colin Trevorrow. He's not directing it, but he's writing it.
They should put him on the moon. They should have
Well, he is doing episode 9 of Star Wars.
They should have Jurassic Moon or Jurassic Mars. Oh, Jurassic Mars.
That would be pretty cool.
Guys, Jurassic Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Like Turok.
Stellar. Okay. Or like.
That's a movie that needs to be made, even though it was a video game. Fucking Turok.
Or Hollow Earth, like a Hollow Earth type movie.
Like Agrathea? Or Agartha?
They go into the center of the earth with all the dinosaurs.
Oh, wait, that happened.
Turok was a comic book before it was a video game, Brian.
That's true.
Shame on you.
Hey!
Of course, it shows how old I am, though, because that was like, what, a white woman or a white man comic?
Dude,
my friend Jim would hate me right now if he heard this, but...
Jay, they need to sell the Jurassic property to Disney and let them make Kazar. The Kazar comic character. What do you think? Take all those dinosaurs, that technology, no?
No, what they need to do is sell it to Sci-Fi and make Jurassic NATO.
All right.
Raptor Quake.
That's right.
All right. Let's talk about the movie that everybody wants to talk about.
What? That's all that I have. What are you talking about?
All right.
What else?
Guest image number 4, Mike.
What's that?
Image.
While you do that,
it's a little movie called The Star War.
Quite frankly, I found Admiral Akbar's acting subpar. I'd say on par with Carrie Fisher, but that's just me. Ooh, I'm a Fisher hater. Oh, that just doesn't sound right.
Don't start that. So is everybody's seen the Star War? Everyone's seen the Star War, right?
What do you think?
The Star War, right?
Ooh.
Anyway, all right. So Star Wars: Force Awakens, released just a couple
weeks ago.
Couple weeks ago, yeah. What was it? 18?
Yeah, so about 16 days.
Okay.
Yep.
In the 16 days, it has, because I just got these numbers today.
A metric shit ton, I believe, is the measurement of money.
Look out, Avatar.
Right. So it earned all the money. That's it. It earned everything.
It earned the world's gross national product.
So, all right. So the domestic box office as of January 4th is $740 million. The international box office is $771 million.
What?
For a grand total of $1.5 billion. Not even 3 weeks in.
That's crazy.
That's psychotic.
Broke all the records, shattered all the records, and I think it just now came out in China too.
Oh, that's going to be another billion right there.
That's another billion. Yes.
Yep.
They should have each one of their people see it one time, and then it'll be what? It'll make like 14 billion.
Government mandate. You see Star Wars now.
You'll see Star.
Happy shiny Star Wars.
You see Star Wars. We get Disney Fun Box.
Yep, there goes every one of our Asian fans right out the show. So we love you.
Sayonara. No, I'm just kidding. We love you.
Stop it. Motherfuckers. All right, so
maybe if I cuddle this Mechagodzilla, they'll come back.
All right, please come back with
Yeah, but not
I mean,
not that new Godzilla thing.
So, starring some people you may have heard of, Harrison Ford is this Han Solo character.
Hey, hold on, because just in case, like, you are like the. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta get the camera here to me. I'm talking to you, the one person who hasn't seen it yet. If you happen to be
now,
if you happen to be watching us,
I'm serious. Be gone.
Be gone, because we're not holding back. We're going to talk.
We're spoiling the shit out of this.
Right.
Like we'll reenact it.
Yeah. So.
If that's the good thing I brought this.
That was your. Oh, there you go. So that was your last chance. All right. So.
Wait a minute. I think you. One of your sides is a little limp there. No. Oh.
No, it's so big. It's just out of focus.
Oh, okay.
So it starred Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. It barely starred Mark Hamill. There was Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, or first spoiler of the evening, Ben Solo. Daisy Ridley as Rey with no last name.
Skywalker.
Maybe.
Ray Skywalker. Duh.
Maybe. John Boyega as Finn, or as he used to be known as, FN2187. What? Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron, and he is so dreamy. Lupita Nyong'o as Maz Katana. Our buddy Andy Serkis as Supreme Leader Snoke.
Darth Plagueis.
Maybe. Domhnall Gleeson as General Hux.
Everyone's drunk by now. Okay, just can we talk about the movie instead of talking about the fucking actors in it? Great.
All right. Jesus. Why don't you run the show?
Jay, what did you think?
Well, I'm going to go into the dark side, and I'm going to talk about the Carrie Fisher haters for a second.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck those guys, man. They're
No.
Here we go.
Eric, you ready for this? Because
okay.
You effers that are trashing on Carrie Fisher, you all need to just go, go fuck yourselves. Because, my God, it's like, what do you expect her to look like a 17 for her entire life?
No.
Trash on her?
Hold on.
Dude, you guys never going to get laid, so why don't you fucking leave her alone?
Can I clarify something just so I know why and I'm not even a hater. I'm a Carrie Fisher disappointer.
Oh, God.
And I'm sure I would disappoint her in person, but that's a show. That's another show. My problem was there was no Leia. I saw no Leia in her. Does that make any sense? I mean,
I know what
am I the only person?
Her kid, she's running the resistance. Her kid took off, and he's working for the First Order. And her husband took off too. What would that do to you mentally if you got to that point?
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it from her. I literally thought it was just like I could have gotten on there and I could have acted like that. I could.
Mike,
Jay, you act like that every day.
I see what I see what Mike is saying. Okay, Jay, I get it. I get where he's coming from. He's not hating on Carrie Fisher because she's old. What happened to my camera?
I don't know, just the same thing.
Stupid camera. All right, so he's not busting on Carrie Fisher for being old or overweight or any of that kind of stuff. He's actually busting on her acting chops.
I said she didn't do her fucking job.
She didn't bring it, is what he's saying. It has nothing to do with any of that. And I
say she's old.
I know,
but she's in her 60s. She's not going to be running around doing the shit she did in the first movie.
I think she had some Anakin Skywalker syndrome. Ooh,
that's
I went there.
I would not trash on Anakin.
I'll tell you who didn't bring it was Luke. Nothing. Nothing.
I'm getting antsy.
Go ahead.
All right.
Brian.
Barrett, take it away, man.
Okay. So I'm going to start with.
And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. I was thinking.
Go ahead, Brian. Shut up, Mike.
Go, Brian.
Right.
Go. Don't let Pete interrupt you.
2 rebuttals. All right. I actually enjoyed Carrie Fisher's performance, with the right moments, especially when obviously before they go to Starkiller Base, that nice little exchange. When I watch them, I'm just like, oh, they love each other, even though they hate each other. It's adorable. You know, just that little exchange. It's like, even though no matter how much you drove me crazy, I always hated seeing you go. And I love that exchange.
Fucking terms of endearment or Star Wars? Come on, what are we watching here?
Stop it. Let
go watch
talk.
Flash Gordon.
Fuck Flash Gordon.
Anyways.
I might.
Anyways, as for Luke didn't really need to say anything because Luke was the MacGuffin.
Sure.
He was the MacGuffin. That's what everything that was going on was about. Where's Luke? Where's Luke? First line in the title crawl, which I really wish was written by Brian De Palma, was Luke has vanished. Mm-hmm. So he was the MacGuffin for the movie.
Right.
Anywho, this movie barely made it on top for my favorite movie 2015. Just barely. Because Mad Max, I loved it. I was enthralled. I was just like, yeah, you know. But that was just, I mean, yeah, for all these other reasons. But for some reason, Star Wars is going to sound, you guys will obviously, it felt right.
Yeah.
You know, when it's like, movies, you know, it felt like, you know, it's that experience when you're in the cinema. Because J.J. Abrams is known for making moments. Mm-hmm. Say what you want about him, how he shoots things, how he writes things, but he is good at making moments.
He has
Sans Transformers. Anyway, yeah, you were.
He didn't make Transformers.
Oh. He didn't. That was Michael Bay.
Oh, that's right.
He made the Star Trek remakes, the first one, not the second one. But anyways, but what I loved about this movie is not only was I happy to see the old characters, but the new character. I love the new characters. Yeah. I was sold in a heartbeat the minute I saw Poe and Finn become like bros.
Oh, I like them. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, they're bros. I actually I talked to my buddy Chris after the movie. I'm like, dude, they're bros. They're like us. We're bros. And the chemistry between Finn and Rey was great. And I'm gonna get on my podium right now. Kylo Ren is not a whiny little emo bitch.
No, he's.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Kylo Ren is what Anakin Skywalker was supposed to be, in my honest opinion, because you can kind of see he is torn between both sides of the Force. Here's the thing. Here's some easy reasons why Kylo Ren is a badass motherfucker. One, he stopped a bolt in mid-flight.
It's the coolest scene in the whole movie.
Carried on a conversation. He's able to suck memories and information out of your brain. He's actually the most sufficient Force user we've ever seen in the movies at all. This movie actually showed more of the Force in a more mysticism way than any other movie.
But there's no midichlorians.
Exactly.
But hold on. You fail to talk about what he is the most proficient at, though. Yes, he stopped a bolt. Yes, he could pull information out of people's heads. He fucked the shit out of that console. I wasn't finished.
Fuck this console right here.
I love his temper tantrums.
I know. That was awesome.
I do too. You know what?
Say what you want when you bit. No, dude. He's pissed.
No, that's the dark side. That's the thing they never fucking do with the dark side. They always talk about, anger leads to this and blah, 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 blah.
But they never see angry.
Never see them fucking mad. The worst you ever get to see them mad is Darth Maul sitting there.
Anakin in Revenge after he gets his limbs cut off and I hate you.
Oh yeah. That's sure.
But,
okay, whatever. That's not Kylo Ren fucking some.
But my biggest reason why Kylo Ren is such a badass is he took Chewie's blaster crossbow to the hip, still fought Finn and Rey, beat Finn. He was bleeding out in the snow. Yep. Come on.
And that's why he got beat. I mean, come on.
Freaking Obi-Wan in the prequels got shot in the knee. Oh, I'm down. Anakin, save me. He got shot in the knee once. He got stabbed in the knee once. I'm like, okay. Anyways,
Kylo Ren didn't say I was a Sith Lord once, but then I took a blaster bolt to the hip. You know, he kept going.
He kept going. He's not afraid to show his face either. Say what you, and I know it's like it's kind of a turn. Looks like Jon Snow with no face hair, but I'm just like, well, that's because he's not afraid to show his face.
Right, but why the helmet?
Because he's trying to be Darth Vader.
Exactly. Actually, it's also because it's the Knights of Ren. They have a uniform kind of regalia, and not only that, he is the leader of the Knights of Ren. That's why he's called Kylo Ren. Ren is actually a title you earn as the leader of this order.
Kind of like Jesus Christ, but Kylo Ren. See?
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Way to go, Pete.
So I got a point. No, I got a point here. Hold on. What? I got a point here that is very important to his character. So for people bitching about, like he feels like a not fully developed villain because he's not. And
it's just one movie. There's two more.
It was done on purpose. J.J. Abrams said that he wanted the series to be as much about the villains' growth as the heroes. So like in movies, you always get these villains that are very interesting, but they never grow. They never really change. Right. The villains are always like this static. They come out of like a press, like the villain press. This is who you are, and you will never change, and this is the villain you're going to be. He wants Kylo Ren to evolve. So Kylo Ren's he's a young villain in training, and Snoke is his trainer.
VIT.
So he's not going to be perfect, and that's what you're getting. You're getting a guy who's not completely finished yet. But by the third movie, you should probably fear him and hate him enough that when they do finally kill him, because I don't think you can redeem after killing my boy.
I think he will. I disagree.
No.
Hold on. I'm not. Let me wrap up my.
All right, preach it, Brian. Preach it.
I cried when that happened. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I did. Oh,
I got misty eyed.
Hold on one second. Jay, fuck you. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
I got a little weepy, not because when it actually happened, when he gets stabbed or whatever. I got weepy when I saw Chewie's reaction, just like in Empire when he got sad. I'm like, oh, Chewie, I know. And he just went to town on those stormtroopers with that crossbow.
He should have blown himself up.
But anyways,
he should have jihaded their ass. What?
Fun little fact, though. I just discovered this. I mean, I knew that there was a lot of people who did cameos.
Oh, Simon Pegg, of cameos. Yes.
Simon Pegg did a cameo. Now,
Bond.
Daniel Craig.
Yep.
Yeah, did a cameo.
Do it. Say it.
Hold on. Let me.
Hold on. Pete, do you know this?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's the thing. You know how? Okay. Spoilers. He was the stormtrooper that Rey Jedi mind tricked. Right. That was Daniel Craig. Do you want to know what his unit number was? They just unveiled it.
It was something 007. Come on.
JB007.
Oh.
Of course it was.
It was JB007.
And that's some hard ass shit right there. I don't care who you are.
And I love how there are so many memes now with this movie, like the riot stormtrooper with the vibroblade thing. There are so many memes with him, like flick of the wrist. I'm like, oh my god!
But now watch me whip.
Oh god! But my point is, the reason this movie. We're adults here, damn it. Or we try. Anyways.
No.
I said we tried.
We tried.
Anyways, the reason this movie is my number one movie of 2015 is because obviously I had so much fun. I'm going to see it a third time on Saturday. But it did something that I wanted to see more of in this saga, which is more of the Force in a more mysticism way.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming. It's got to be.
Just with what we've seen. Like I said, Kylo Ren stopping that bolt blast in midair and was able to have a full conversation and then let it go. And then, of course, stopping Rey, and all this use of the Force. It's just, it feels right.
So good.
Okay, Brian.
All right. Yes.
I am gonna have to let Mr. Frumpy here talk now. Jay,
Go on, Frump.
come on, Frump.
All right, so
I'm dying to hear this. I have been waiting all night just for this one moment. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
You look like you just peed yourself.
A little bit.
He was adjusting his belt. Good.
The greatest. What do you want me to say? That it was awesome that Han Solo got whacked.
Come on. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I thought like the movie started off really strong, and then it was like Captain Phasmos like threw in the towel, completely ridiculous. It was like, oh look, I'm a badass. Okay, I'll drop the shield for you.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
And she was conditioning Finn, so it makes me wonder if there was something more going on. And so
I think we haven't seen the last of her anyway.
Maybe he was conditioning her.
She is confirmed to be an 8 and playing a bigger role.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Then let's see. Finn, I'm calling right now is Lando's kid.
Everyone is saying that.
I fucking hope not. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Supreme Commander Snoke is, if you look at his picture and you look at the Darth Vader unmasked in Return of the Jedi, they're almost the same face. So either Snoke is playing head games with Kylo, or there's something more sinister going on there.
Or JJ is playing games with y'all.
That's very true.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Since you brought it up, I have to.
I didn't read the books. So if you're gonna,
no, it's not. It's not the books. It's actually the soundtrack of the movie. So this counts. I sincerely think that Snoke is Plagueis, because if you listen to Snoke's theme in the soundtrack and you listen to the opera scene in Revenge of the Sith, they are virtually identical.
It's possible, or he's Palpatine.
Because remember, they always mention that the Sith always kind of dabbled in resurrection and regeneration. I mean, Snoke does look like a partially deformed being.
Hey, listen, Palpatine got the shaft, but I mean, we don't know that he's dead.
And I got one more for you, Mike. If you look at the picture of the Knights of Ren, it looks like there's a Mandalorian off to the left.
Yep, on the left. I was like, oh.
So you expect to see something from that. I think for a movie that takes place 30 years after Return of the Jedi, it's fine. I mean, it's a movie for a new generation. People pissed about the prequels, but you know what? The prequels are meant for the kids from back then. I worked at a comic book shop, and the kids loved the film. They talked about it all the time, and the old school fans hated it. The reality is, they're not making the films for us. They're making them for new generations. How are you going to keep the market going? So it did what it needed to do.
Boy, did it work.
Yeah, and it's a little discerning that Rey's not getting any like toy releases, game releases, or anything. It's like,
I don't understand
the lead character of the film, and there's barely anything out there for her.
I don't understand. How are people still doing that? How are companies still doing this?
She's not even in the Monopoly.
Yeah,
but I mean,
Star Wars Monopoly.
How are companies still doing this? They did it with Black Widow.
And they're pushing marketing heavily on her with little girls and stuff, but there's nothing out there for little girls.
There's some, like a few action figures and some dolls, but because if you go to the Disney store, there are, because
let's say Walmart up here has got nothing except for lots of Finn. It shows you how much we like Finn up in Maine.
Well, wait, hold on. Could this be that they don't have those figures, or people are not buying the Finn figures and the other figures? Is it they supplied more of them, or is it that nobody's buying them and they're buying up all the Rays? I mean, I don't know.
Go ahead,
real quick,
Brian.
Because at my day job at Barnes & Noble, we started selling Star Wars products in time for the movie.
Right.
There were Rey figures, Rey pop vinyls, Rey Black Series action figures, and they sold really well. They sold even more when the fucking movie came out. Yeah. But basically, there is merchandise out there. I think it's just a matter of the venue and which company's making what type of merchandise. Of course, the frickin' Monopoly isn't going to include Rey in the Monopoly pieces, because, I mean, those guys shell out money for anything, for any version of Monopoly, because there are people stupid enough to buy them. Sorry. But the Disney store, they have plenty of Rey merchandise.
Figures. We don't have Disney up here because we're throwbacks. So
because you live in a.
Excuse me for living in the Wild West. That is Dallas, Texas.
So,
Yeah, I've been down there. We're done with that.
so can I jump in a little bit?
No, can you?
Go for
Are you
it.
capable?
All right. So I like Star Wars. So I'm going to start out with that. I'm going to start out with I really liked it. I enjoyed it. There was a short period of time where I thought it might even beat Empire Strikes Back, but since I've had time to reflect, it still doesn't. But I'll tell you why. I have my reasons. All right. So the biggest reason is I think the movie, and you could say, there can be any excuse as to why this is, and I'll accept the excuse, but it's still an excuse. You know what I mean? It's still going to bother me. I don't care if he had to do it or not. It was too rushed, and there was too much shit going on. It felt like a giant fucking 2-hour trailer. Okay, I couldn't catch my breath. And I mean, in a way, that's kind of cool because there's all this cool shit in it. But I was just kind of like, God damn, can we slow down for just like 2 fucking minutes? So
that's why we had the cantina scene
like,
for exposition.
I'm like, can we have some discussion and like people talk about like, how about giving Han Solo a chance to actually talk about shit that's been going on, so that those of us who've been waiting will get to hear about. It's gonna keep go. Okay, we're in a chase scene. I mean, it's like that bothered me.
Hey, he said all he needed to when he fell off the thing.
Okay, so I like for example, one of the things I would have done is when they were in the Millennium, when him and Chewie recaptured the Millennium Falcon, all right, which I thought was a little hinky, but I'm okay. I can let that go. That should have been a moment where they had time to like chill and fucking talk. Instead of, oh, look, pirates show up. Oh, look, there's fucking monsters running through the ship. Oh, shit, jump on the Millennium Falcon. Oh, I was like, dude, this was your chance to do some dialogue work, some story building.
That's probably sitting on the cutting room floor, and we may get some of that like in the...
We may, but I'm describing the movie as I saw it in a theater. And I said, that's what I saw.
Okay.
So there's that. All right. The Phantasma was totally nerfed. I was hoping for better things from her. And you're right. So they're in the room and they're like, turn the shields off. She's like, no, what makes you think I'm going to do that? I'll blow your head off. Oh, okay. And it's like, no, come on, no, stop. They should have to beat the shit out of her to get her to do it. Or just go, oh, those buttons right there? Okay, never mind. We don't need you. There was that. And so they didn't do any research. Okay, this is bad. In my feeling, this is bad storytelling. So they didn't do any like searching for where this power room was that shut down the shield. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of telling me that you could do it from just about anywhere in the ship where there's a room that has access. So that tells me that there's well, hold on. Oh, so they just happened to wind up at that fucking room?
Well, no, because remember, he said, do you know how to turn the ship off? No, but I know someone who does. And then they quick cut to Phasma getting tackled by Chewie, but I'll get into that in a minute when you're done.
Okay, too convenient. That there's a planet-sized ship, big as a planet, okay? And they just happened to land and be where the shield controls are, and they got in there with the right person. It's just too convenient.
No, they had a flyby of that in the briefing scene. They bring up the map of the after they flew by and spied. So
they did know that.
That was explained, dude.
No, I don't think
it was. You should have paid attention.
Plus, Finn is an ex-stormtrooper, which is something we haven't really got.
He was a sanitation guy.
So
that was actually a Clerks joke, by the way.
What's that?
That's a Clerks joke, actually.
Okay. So anyway, I just felt it was a little too convenient. But let's take that one step further. So they turned the shield off, right? Mm-hmm. The guys in the control room could have just turned it back on, but they didn't. They're like, "Oh, the shield's down. What do we do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Oh man, the shield's down. Oh, here comes some X-wings."
Are you sure they could have put the shields back up?
Motherfucker, you build a goddamn base with a control room and you don't put the shield controls in the fucking control room, really?
Didn't really do a bunch of things.
This is the same people who put a little port exhaust
right
with a trench leading into it.
It's just, dude, I'm telling you, I feel like it's bad writing. That's where you should have had BB-8, maybe hack into the system, do it remotely, do a little thing where he shuts everyone else out. I mean, it would have been very little writing that you would have had to do to make that scene work for me. It would have been very fucking easy. What?
Remember in Star Trek when the Scotty's like, I got to go to the engine room to do it from there? They consider that control room the engine room, and cutting off the controls to their main bridge.
Yeah, that's what I take it as.
You can make any excuses you guys want to. It's horseshit.
Fucking ruin Star Wars to everybody.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. This is just going to go back. I agree with you on some points, and there are some things where I'm not going to disagree, but I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Right. Phasma, yeah, waste of a character for that movie, but of course they're like, oh no, well she's an 8. Well,
that's fine.
Here's the thing. I really would have loved to see her get into like a scuffle with Chewie when Chewie tackled her.
Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah,
let her get her ass kicked. That's fine. Yeah.
Gwendolyn Christie is actually a very tall woman. She's a very strong woman. I would easily see her duking it out with Chewie when Chewie tackled her.
And it would be awesome because you could recreate the fight with the Hound.
Exactly.
The Hound. It would have been awesome.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Now, in regards to the whole pacing and everything, and all these gripes, it's a problem. But again, it's me being a film student and looking at it as a whole, not just on screen but behind the screen. Remember,
yeah, Pete, he knows more than you. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I'm not trying to be like, well, actually.
Go ahead, talk, Brian. Pete, shut up.
Smell you.
Let me ask you this: what is the most common complaint about this movie as a whole?
Princess Leia.
No, as a whole.
As a whole, what? I'm sorry, what was that?
What is the biggest complaint about Star Wars Episode 7 as a whole?
I don't know. What is it that the are you talking about like the whole fucking Mary Sue component? Okay.
That's literally almost a copy of A New Hope.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because here's the thing. If you guys thought Legendary Pictures was playing it safe with Godzilla, Disney was playing it really safe with Star Wars. They had to be like, okay, there's not really a formula for this, but let's look back at what people liked about the original trilogy. That's why we got all those cut and paste kind of moments, like a third Death Star, a super mega Death Star that eats suns and kills whole systems, and the whole
it's a natural progression too. I mean, it could.
Well, yeah, but again, they're playing it safe. For these people who have these gripes, and there's pacing. Well, obviously it's going to be similar because Lawrence Kasdan co-wrote the screenplay with J.J. Abrams. It's the Kasdan screenplay. There are going to be, tropes that he's done in almost every movie he's written. Now, I could easily tell that this movie is going to have a good amount of deleted scenes. Because I've seen this movie twice, and it's weird. When I saw the movie again, I actually enjoyed it more because I got to see it at a premiere. Then I got to see it when it was more settled. There is going to be deleted scenes. And I know it's like, I want to see the movie as it is in the big screen. But I'm like, but...
Gotta cut something.
You have to cut something.
I agree with you, Pete. I agree with you that maybe more dialogue, cutting some of that shit out of the pirates and all that. That gave nothing to the movie, really.
Well, they wanted.
Hold on, let me get this straight. Other than showing us, okay, so Han is pretty much going back to his old ways. Hasn't really been doing much else with himself.
That could have been dialogue.
Exactly. I agree with you. I'm just saying, I agree.
And they also had to shoehorn in the guys from the Raid and the Raid 2. Because they were those Asian space pirates. That cameo.
Can I ask you guys a question? Those of you who've seen the movie more than once.
Mm-hmm.
So, when the Death Star, the Death Planet, the killer, what is it called?
Star Killer Base.
Star Killer Base. When it attacks, it blows up multiple planets in the same system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it absorbs a sun to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not just absorb the sun where the planets are?
Because it's science fantasy, Pete, not science fiction.
I'm sorry, because like if you take out the sun, you basically kill all the planets.
Right.
You were aware that we were watching a space opera, not a science fiction.
They fly off into space because
this isn't a Philip K. Dick book.
But
gravity.
Blix, to explain it though, do you want to move your super weapon into a system with all the enemy ships, or do you want to hit them from a distance?
I got a shield. Oh, that's right. No, you can turn it off from anywhere in the ship. But you can't turn it on from anywhere else in the ship. Sorry.
Again, Death Star 3.0.
No, I'm just fucking with you guys.
Go watch a Star Trek movie if you want to see a sun be destroyed. What the fuck?
Hey. You guys are taking this all wrong. You're like attacking me like I didn't like.
No, I'm trying to play devil's advocate.
You peed on my Star Wars.
I like the movie. I was just pointing out some things that took it from an A to a B. B's still a high score.
No.
You missed
B
stuff
plus,
in the
A
process,
minus.
though.
I didn't miss anything.
Yes, you did. You missed them scouting the freaking base.
They did
Yeah.
not scout shit.
They scouted it. He said they said
Yeah,
this
the
is
briefing
what we got
with all the briefing with the resistance leaders before
I
the
saw
attack.
I saw the scene, the scene that was like 10 seconds long. Yeah, I saw that.
He said
They-
they
and
did a
also-
flyby of the base.
And also the cantina scene did a
So they did a fly. They did a flyby that found the shields. Control.
Found that they did a scan of the surface, and that's how they get their mapping that they were playing with.
Oh, so they scanned a planet-sized base with one
They've
flyby.
always been sending scouts, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it even says in the title crawl that General Organa was sending scouts to find Luke. All the
Luke,
time.
not the base.
I know, but it's going back to the whole thing about scouting out.
Hey, you guys are taking it too serious.
But
Admiral Akbar disagrees.
But I would say the biggest complaint part of that is that your shield control could be turned on from the main control room.
Oh my God! Not if they bypassed it. They
didn't, but
bypassed
they
it.
They didn't. They just turned it off.
remember episode 4?
Yeah, I know it was a butthole, but they didn't. You're just defending my point. You're helping.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Episode 4 when Obi-Wan shuts off the shields on the Death Star.
Right.
Remember, he goes in and powers them down. Saw the tractor beam.
Oh yeah,
They can escape.
so two mistakes makes it better.
But isn't that what Ray was doing? Wasn't she bypassing things too?
No, she wasn't doing
No,
anything.
she was
No,
just
she
trying to
was
escape.
escaping.
She was trying to escape. Yeah, she didn't have any idea.
My God, you guys go. Blix and Mike, go see the movie again. Stop bitching.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it again before I rip into you.
Why? You guys are nerds. You know what? You're fucking nerds.
Santa Claus.
Because
The fuck
all
with
I'm
you.
saying is that was the one that was like the one major issue I had that was a technical issue that I thought was bad.
Science geeks ruined Star Wars.
Anyways, and I will say this though. I do agree with your score, Pete. I gave Star Wars Episode 7 a 8.8 because 1, I don't believe in a perfect movie, and 2, it had flaws. But did that bother my experience? Not in the slightest.
Okay, so right, exactly. I enjoyed the movie. It was an enjoyable movie. It was a fun romp. I would just
You romped in the.
You
romped
you
in the movie?
motherfuckers can't have anything negative about your precious Star War. Don't talk bad about the Star War.
Warsaw!
Well, I did invest a lot of money in this and the T-shirt.
I mean, next thing you know,
And
you're
the
gonna bust
video
my
games.
chops for talking bad about Star Trek.
Jesus Christ!
I won't, but I know plenty of people who would.
I mean, the Star Trek is good. That's a good track.
Undiscovered Country. That was a good porno.
All right. Hey, man, we're trying to keep the show short, so let's
Hey,
wrap it up.
I haven't had a chance to talk about this.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Let's wrap it up. Come on.
All right, because we're gonna just forego the game anyway. We're already running late.
Yeah.
We had a good time talking about all the Star Warps and stuff. So
The Star Warps.
this is what I wanted to say.
Reality. Like where you put the shield generator. No, sorry,
This is what I wanted to say about it, and the reason that I would give it a 9, a solid 9, and that is because for me I think that there's only one other panelist, that guy, him, that
Who?
that was able to see the movie when we were young in the theater.
Oh.
And I don't know, Pete, did you see it in the theater when you were young? I believe you did.
Okay, so I
Okay,
was
just a yes or
I saw
no.
it in the
Yes or
theater
no.
when I was young.
Wait. I did. But I saw Empire first.
Okay, all right. So anyway,
What?
just don't ask. Don't ask. It's Pete.
It's a
So
whole thing.
anyway, it's a Pete thing.
It's a thing.
Jay.
I was a poor kid. I didn't go to the movies when I was a kid until I got older.
Oh my God. Hey, Pete, look under your desk. I think there's a violin under there. Why don't you start playing that for me, will you? Okay, great.
Jay's giving me shit.
There you go.
I was
Thanks,
just
Jay.
answering Jay's questions.
I asked you the question. A simple yes or no.
Jay's going, what?
It's a trap.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop giving in. You're too easy.
okay. So, The reason that it was very special for me is that it really made me feel like a child again. Shut up, Jay.
Again?
God damn it. I hate all of you. Was I like this for you? Was I like this for you? Yes.
All the time, baby.
No, it really did. It took me back. And that's the thing. There's very few movies that I see when I'm in the theater that really just take me back to a time and just give me the same kind of emotions or the same kind of feelings or just of being back in that time. And Star Wars definitely did it for me. I mean, the Force Awakens. Yes, I agree. Everyone has valid points with some of the plot points and some of the issues. And Brian, I think you said it best when you said that there is no perfect movie. And I mean, I would challenge anybody to tell me what is the most perfect movie. I don't want to hear it right now. Send us an email, or something. But that would be a great discussion for another time. But to me, it gets pretty goddamn close. Admiral Akbar again. Very lacking. He just I don't know. But there was that, and I felt like there was and again, this is just my opinion, the proper amount of nods, and kind of Brian touched on it, just in a way it sort of follows some follows some of the other
Keep talking, Mike. Keep talking.
follows some of the plot points of the other movies. You're absolutely right, but certain things I considered were nods, and
he's going to warp.
He's gone. I think we just need to put this show in a can, and is that how your Christmas was, Pete? What?
It's never mind. Go ahead.
Yes. There you go.
Yes.
Star. What was that? What did we call that? Pig Wars, Star Wars. What was
Hog
that?
Wars.
Hog Wars.
Hog Wars, yes. So go ahead, Mike. You were saying?
I'm done. I'm good. Squeal. I'm just gonna wait for the squeakquel.
The squeakquel?
You mean the wool?
Yes.
Not the Star Wars. Now we were going to talk about Hateful Eight, but I'm the only one that saw it, so we ain't talking about it.
Yeah, I hated it. Just kidding.
I will say this. So Hateful Eight was very good.
Sucked.
Did you see it? Who saw it? Nobody saw it? Okay. It was very good. It wasn't Quentin's best movie, but it was a really good movie, and
I do want to see it.
it's a thriller. So it's a Western, but it's also like there's a mystery. It's a thriller.
It's a whodunit.
It's a whodunit, and there's a big twist.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're watching it and you're just like, Jesus Christ, it's like the MythWits. We're an hour in and they haven't said anything, right? Well, there's a lot of talking, but you're just like, it's a slow burn. It's like, when the?
It's a long movie, isn't it? It's like 3 hours long.
It's like, when's this thing going to kick into gear? And when it does, it's like a Reservoir Dogs. So I'm going to equate it to Hateful Eight is basically it's a Western version of Reservoir Dogs in a lot of ways. And not exactly. It's not about a heist or anything like that. But the shit that goes on in it and the gun pointing and shooting will be reminiscent.
It's got that Reservoir Dog flavor. Yeah,
it's really good. And I'm going to tell you right now, fucking Samuel L. Jackson and Kurt Russell are basically just let off the chain, and they are magnificent.
Yeah, I want to see that movie just for Samuel L. Jackson.
He is on fucking top of his game. He is on point, and Kurt Russell is so good in this. Man. And the only person I didn't like, Tim Roth, and the only reason is because I felt like Tim Roth, which you remember from Reservoir Dogs, was trying to be like Christoph
Waltz.
I feel like he was emulating Christoph Waltz, which kind of I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like he's trying to be that guy, and it was a little distracting. But other than that, fucking fantastic. Fantastic.
Alrighty then.
All right, hey man, let's do this. Let's wrap this shit up.
All right. Which button do I push?
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining the MythWits. We got a new closer. I really hope this works.
Get out. We'll see.
Jay, before we go, thanks for coming on the show and being one of our guest hosts.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah,
Jay, Jay, take a plug. Plug yourself.
Yeah,
with that
yourself
goddamn Akbar doll. Plug yourself.
Stop plugging Akbar.
Oh, God.
Where can we...
you really want me to plug myself?
Yes.
Come see me at TotalCon in Mansfield, Mass. End of February, and come play some games. Come play Mech-10 Zero. Come play G-Core, and come see Blix make an ass of himself, and Mike too, because Mike will be there naked wearing his Borat costume. So.
Hey, and you don't even have to come see us because MythWits Live is going to be recorded there. One of our episodes will be recorded live at TotalCon, and we're going to have Frank Mincer as our guest for MythWits and Mike Pondsmith as a guest panelist. Woohoo! And I hear tell that Santa Claus might be making an appearance, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know about that fat hairy bastard.
Gotta have the hose.
And Jay, you represent a little company called Dilly Green Bean Games, right?
Yeah, I do. Go buy all my PDFs at RPG Now.
Yes, absolutely. All right, gentlemen, and I use that term loosely with you clowns. Thanks for coming on the show tonight, and we'll see you all next week. Mike, run the close off.
All right, I'm going to hit this closer button. And
when you hit it, just give me a little thing because I won't hear the music. Give me some kind of clue, a thumbs up, something. I don't know.
Thing? A little?
I don't know. Show me your little thing.
Okay. All right, here we go. Giggling like a schoolgirl.
All right, you've just enjoyed another awesome episode of the MythWits. At least I think it was awesome. It had really had our tech issues. That was awesome. A special thanks goes out to our guest host, Jay Libby. Make sure to check out his games at dillygreenbeangames.com. Join us for a live broadcast every week, Mondays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time to catch the full show working in its working order, unlike the first part of this show. Jump into the chat room and ask our guests questions. Matter of fact, our chat room is now part of our MythWits Live page. So from now on, don't watch it on YouTube. Come to studio187.com/MythWits Live. You can chat from there and watch the show from there.
And register at chatwing.com.
You can register Chatwing, absolutely. Let's see. You can find our website at mythwits.com, and you can visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Do the like, follow, subscribe thing wherever it's appropriate. Please give us a bunch of stars and a review on iTunes. That's right. It's coming. If you're listening to this on iTunes right now, it means it's a week from when I'm saying this because we're going to put the iTunes thing on a week. So
It was last week.
It was last week.
We did it last week.
The show.
It's already been done. You're welcome.
Done. Yeah, put some stars down. Give us an extra
fucking welcome.
Right. We're time travelers, unlike Star Wars. MythWits is a Studio 187.
But the Star Trek.
The Star Trek, which is better than the Star War. Anyway, and it's protected under a Creative Commons license. You can download it, share it with whoever you like. Just don't change it. And don't try to make money with it, unlike Abrams, who's made fucking tons of money. Make sure to check out studio187.com for more cool stuff. And join our mailing list. If you go to studio187.com, there's a button on there that says join our mailing list, because I'm sending out free shit every month. Something that I've developed in the past that I'm going to put together in our newsletter and give you. Deal. Anyway, so that's all for this week, folks. See you next week. Wait a minute.
Mom.
She's back on, by the way, I think.
Mom, sometimes a light on the highway is just a light on the highway.